My name is Camille Turpin. I'm 23 years old, born and raised in Canton, Ohio, and I proudly serve as an AmeriCorps member on the Comcast NBC4 team here at Johnson Middle School.
And my name is Erin Robertson. I'm 22 years old, originally from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I also serve here at Johnson Middle School on the Comcast NBC4 team. Camille and I couldn't be more excited to be with you here today to serve with Comcast and beautify our wonderful school. As you may already know, City Year Washington, D.C. is an education-focused nonprofit organization that brings together a diverse group of young people, ages 17 to 25, for a year of service in D.C. public schools. This year, we serve with 189 AmeriCorps members in 18 schools across D.C. as mentors, tutors, and role models. However, we wouldn't be able to do our wonderful work with 7,500 students in D.C. without strong organizational supporters such as Comcast. Thank you, Comcast. And now, with great pleasure, we'd like to bring to the stage our wonderful leader and principal of Johnson Middle School, Miss Courtney Taylor.
Good morning. On this great spring morning, we are honored to have so many individuals dedicated to the scholars of Johnson Middle School. Please know that it's because of your commitment to DC public schools like Johnson that further pushes our school towards academic greatness. At Johnson, we all strive to be responsible, respectful, safe, and of course, ready to learn. These things cannot happen without the support of our local community. Your time here has already moved Johnson to becoming one of the better middle schools in Southeast DC. We hope that today you're not only inspired, but most importantly, appreciated. From all of the scholars and staff at Johnson Middle School, we thank you for your dedication. We thank NBC4, Comcast, Trayon White, and all of our volunteers. Last but not least, we thank our City Year partners, with a special shout out to the Johnson City Year team for your consistent love and support. We thank you, and again, please enjoy your day of service.
Principal Taylor, you know we love you, girl. We got a surprise for you.
We heard that it's your birthday tomorrow.
Principal Taylor and I started together 2 years ago. Sorry. Oh. Principal Taylor, both of them? Okay. We both started Johnson Middle School 2 years ago, and when she first came in, I was like, uh-oh, she's my height, so that might be a problem because, you know, Napoleons. But we get along because, you know, it's almost like a sisterly relationship. We go back and forth. I think she's too nice. She thinks I'm too mean. I like the penny pinch. She likes to spend freely. But over the past 2 years, I think that there's no one that I would love to work under more than Principal Taylor. She has a big heart, and she is 51 today. She's not 51. But if we can all join in wishing her a happy birthday to our favorite principal. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Principal Taylor. Happy birthday to you. We love you. Thank you, guys.
Now it is our pleasure to welcome to the stage City Year Washington, D.C.'s corporate sponsor manager, Jerry Elar.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jerry Elar, the Corporate Partnerships Manager here at City of Washington, D.C. Our Executive Director, Jeff Franco, sends his regrets. He's currently traveling right now and is not able to be with us today. First of all, I would like to thank Principal Courtney Taylor for welcoming us into your school, especially on your spring break and on your birthday weekend. So thank you, and Ms. Pateau and Mr. Dreyer for hosting us today when you know that you need a lot of rest and relaxation after a hard year. So let's give a hand for Principal Taylor and her staff. And then I'd like to send a thank you to Regional Vice President of Government and Regulatory Affairs, Donna Ratley Washington, for hosting us, or for being a huge sponsor and champion of City of Washington, D.C. So as we celebrate the 16th annual Comcast Cares Day, we are serving 7,500 students here in D.C., and you'll be serving alongside 189 AmeriCorps members here at Johnson Middle School, beautifying the school. So take the time to get to know what impact they're making on the students here in D.C. as we're serving 18 schools. It's been 4 years since we last entered Johnson Middle School, and so thank you to Comcast NBC Universal for sponsoring a team of 10 AmeriCorps members here and making sure that we are creating the impact that is much needed in the Johnson Middle School community area. City Year is at its best when we build strong external partnerships that are just as committed to improving schools as we are. By supporting our program and donating their time through projects like one today for Comcast Cares Day, they understand the importance of investment in education and their communities. So across the nation, this year, Comcast NBC Universal is sponsoring 12 teams of City Year AmeriCorps members to provide direct support to high-need areas and for over 9,000 students. So thank you, Comcast NBC Universal, for sponsoring and being a local sponsor here at Johnson Middle School. So please welcome to the stage Regional Vice President of Government and Regulatory Affairs, Donna Ratley Washington.
Thank you, Jerry. Well, it's my extreme pleasure to be here this morning. I'm gotta get my face right again because Jackie Bradford and I had to pick our faces up off the ground when we heard the principal was 51 because you look 21, and that's really amazing, and we'll talk afterwards about exactly what you're doing. But I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here this morning. It's an amazing day. I know it's not sunny, but hopefully it's sunny in your heart. It's certainly sunny in my heart, as I know all the amazing work that we're going to do here today at Johnson Middle School, but around the country and around the world. We've been doing this Comcast Cares Day since 2001. Last year, we came off our most successful Comcast Cares Day projects ever, 100,000 volunteers, over 540 projects, so yeah, give it up. And so you think about it, right now, today, thousands and thousands of Comcasters, our community partners, our friends, our kids, our families are out doing the same work, giving back. Here in the Beltway region, over 5 states, we've got 87 projects. Over 6,000 people locally are out in the Washington, Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia communities doing projects like this. And so NBC was interviewing me earlier, and they say, how do you feel about this the day after? What do you think that it means? And I know what it means. I know that when the kids come back in to Johnson Middle School and they see all of the benches, the mosaics, the murals, that it's a beautiful environment for them. But I also know that what it means to them is that we all care, the community cares enough to come here on a Saturday and do all this work. So I want to thank you. Comcast wants to thank you for being here today. And with that, I'd like to bring up Jackie Bradford, President and General Manager of NBC. Woo-hoo!
Okay, a little bit of breaking news. The principal is not 51. I just talked to her. That was a joke, so now we can all feel a little bit better. At least I do. Donna, you do? Anyway, thank you guys so much. Who's here from NBC? Come on, people. And shout outs to 2 of our, Adam and to Melinda, who worked the late news last night, got home at midnight, and they got up this morning to build some IKEA benches. Teams, IKEA. Anyway, we love you guys. We love City Year, Comcast. Let's go. Let's make it happen. And what am I doing now? Who am I introducing? We're fired up. City Year. Fired up.
Thank you, Jackie, for getting us fired up. My name is Stacy Burnett. I'm the Senior Director of Government and Regulatory Affairs at Comcast Cable Corporation. And it's my distinct pleasure this morning to introduce you to the Ward 8 Council Member, Trayon White. He is a native of Southeast Washington, D.C. He graduated from Ballou Senior High School with honors, and he attended the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, where he graduated summa cum laude. And although Councilmember White is only 32 years old, he's known as an experienced politician, a respected community activist, and a faithful volunteer. He previously served on the District of Columbia State Board of Education. He founded a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping poverty-stricken children in Southeast Washington, D.C. The name of the organization is Helping Inner City Kids Succeed, known as HICS. And he has been a longtime supporter and volunteer at local boys and girls clubs of the District of Columbia. Councilmember White is committed to doing everything he can in his new role to reduce crime in Ward 8. He's a proud father, and he hopes to serve as an inspiration to all DC youth by reminding them that you can become anything you aspire to be with hard work and dedication. At this time, I'd like to introduce Councilmember Trayon White.
Good morning. I said good morning. And yes, I'm 32, not 51. I'm pretty sure Principal Algis can appreciate that. I'm excited to be here this morning because I think a lot of things can happen positively in the community when people come together for one cause, just to serve. Part of my journey has been serving without a title, when no one knew who I was. It's in the trenches, helping people. That's what we want to do today, right? I said that's what we want to do today, right? I want to thank Comcast. I want to thank City Year for always being tremendous partners to give back. I always say that serving is not something that we should do. Serving is something that we must do. You know, our children in Ward 8 in Southeast Washington, D.C. Face a lot of challenges coming to and from school every day, from broken homes to crime to violence, but all is not lost because there are many stories of successes that happen right here in Johnson. I said there are many stories of success happening right here in Johnson. And it's because of committed partners like Comcast, committed people like you that come out on a Saturday morning when you don't have to give back. And I think that's very important and very imperative to ensuring success. While you think you may be painting walls or planting flowers or cleaning a wall, it's bigger than that. You're inspiring, you're giving hope, you're giving energy to people that sleep right now, that don't know they're gonna come to school on Monday with a new building. So I'm forever indebted to thank you for serving and being committed partners and being a great resource to DCPS, Washington, D.C., and the great Johnson. I want to thank Principal Alger for tremendous leadership and always been on the front line for helping our babies. Thank you for having me this morning. I'm going to get my hands dirty a little bit, get my shoes dirty a little bit. I hope I don't get too much paint on my white shirt. God bless and good morning.